Welcome back to Declutter Revolution, and we're here to bring you a simple yet effective way to tackle clutter that builds up every day. We all know how clutter can sneak in and take over, whether it's papers piling up, unused items filling your spaces, or things just accumulating in the background. Sound familiar? Today, we're focusing on the everyday things that everyone eventually needs to declutter. These are the things that tend to show up in our homes, but once we clear them out, they make a noticeable difference in how organized and stress-free our space feels. Yesterday, we talked about how a Saturday home reset can help refresh your space tackling clutter and getting everything back in order. If you missed it, make sure to check it out for more tips on cleaning and organizing. And today's video will sum up 10 things I and anyone else should be decluttering every day to help keep your space organized and stress-free. Let's dive in. Small trash is something we often overlook, but if you don't deal with it right away, it can quickly make your space feel more cluttered than ever. Things like packaging scrap paper, expired discount coupons, old receipts, and other little unnecessary items tend to pile up. Sound familiar? I find that these things don't just take up space. They also make everything look messier when they're scattered around the house. And the worst part is if you don't deal with them right off the bat, they just keep piling up and become a big mess. Plus, if you don't clean them up daily, it feels like you're constantly chasing clutter and never really getting ahead. For example, I just received a package from an online order. I open it up and there's the packaging, the coupon, the wrapping paper, all these things lying around on the counter. If I don't throw them out immediately, by the next day, I'll have more random stuff piled on top of it. So as soon as I open the package, I throw everything I don't need straight into the trash. It's such a small thing, but doing this every day really helps keep my space much tidier. Old receipts or advertising catalogs. I don't hold on to those either. I rip them up and toss them right away without second guessing. No reason to keep anything I don't actually use right. This has become part of my daily routine, just taking a few minutes to clean up that small trash. It only takes a few seconds, but it makes my living space feel so much lighter and more pleasant. The best part is I never let these little items migrate from room to room. Once they're gone, they're gone. No trace left behind. And just by spending a few minutes each day getting rid of this small trash, you'd be surprised at the difference it makes. Your space will feel cleaner, more organized, and so much more comfortable. And speaking of small things that make a big difference, tomorrow's video takes this idea even further. I'll be sharing how I reached a breaking point and decided to let go of so much more, not just the daily clutter, but entire categories of stuff that no longer fit my life. It's not about tossing everything in one dramatic sweep. It's about slowly, intentionally creating space for who you're becoming. A full home reset one choice at a time. So if you've ever felt like you just want to clear it all out and start fresh, you won't want to miss it. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. But for now, let's keep going with today's video. Alright, the second thing to tackle every day is spills and stains. These are probably some of the most annoying things that can happen throughout the day, right? Whether it's a coffee spill on your shirt, food splattering on the counter, or a random drink tipping over onto the floor. It's those little accidents that can make your space feel messy really quickly. I can't tell you how many times I've spilled something and then thought I'll clean it later. But trust me, the longer you wait, the worse it gets. Stains set in, and the longer they sit there, the harder it is to get them out. That's why I always try to clean up spills immediately. It only takes a few seconds and makes such a difference. For example, if I'm eating lunch and accidentally drop a bit of sauce on the counter or my shirt, I don't wait for it to dry or soak in. I grab a cloth or paper towel and wipe it up right away. Not only does it keep everything looking nice, but it also prevents bigger messes down the line. You don't want a little spill to turn into a permanent stain that you have to scrub at later. The same goes for things like drinks. If I knock over a glass of water or juice, I'm wiping it up right then and there. I mean, why let it sit there when it takes seconds to clean up? Plus, this keeps the floors and surfaces looking fresh and clean throughout the day. It's a small habit, but honestly, dealing with spills and stains right away really makes a huge difference. Your space will feel cleaner and more organized, and you won't have to worry about dealing with stubborn stains later on. It's all about getting to it while it's fresh. Next to number 3, let's talk about paperwork. If you're like me, you probably have piles of papers floating around the house, receipts, mail catalogs, random documents you don't even remember collecting. And before you know it, it becomes this huge mess that feels impossible to tackle. Sound familiar? Honestly, paperwork can be one of the easiest things to ignore. I mean, who really wants to go through bills or open every piece of mail, right? But the thing is, if you don't deal with it right away, it just keeps piling up, and before you know it, you can't even find the important stuff when you need it. Here's what I've learned: take care of it as soon as it comes in. For example, when I get the mail, I go through it immediately. Anything I don't need gets recycled or shredded. I'll open any bills right away, file them, and make a note of when they're due. That way, I don't have stacks of papers building up all over the place. Catalogs and junk mail, I toss those right in the recycling bin without hesitation. It might seem like a small thing, but this little habit has saved me so much time and hassle when I need to find a receipt or a document. Another thing, if I have paperwork that's just sitting on my desk or table and I don't know what to do with it, I deal with it then. I either file it away, scan it, and store it digitally, or toss it if it's no longer useful. The key is not letting it pile up, because once that happens, it gets overwhelming. So if you're finding yourself buried in paperwork, try tackling it every day, even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes. Trust me, it's so much easier to keep your space organized when you're not drowning in a sea of paper. Next up, something we all need to declutter every day is dishes and unused kitchen items. Now, this is probably something that happens every day in most households. Dirty plates, cups, utensils, and kitchen tools just piling up after meals. It's so easy to think, I'll clean it later. But if you don't tackle it immediately, you're quickly going to find yourself surrounded by a mountain of dishes, and honestly, no one wants to deal with that. For me, I've learned that cleaning as I go is the best strategy. When I finish cooking or eating, I immediately clean up. I don't wait for the sink to overflow with dishes or let them sit out for hours collecting crumbs and sticky spots. I wash the plates, put them in the dishwasher, or wipe down the counters, and it literally only takes a few minutes. If I don't do it right away, I end up with more work later, and nobody wants that. It's not just about the dishes, though. It's also those kitchen tools that get left behind. Think about all the knives cutting boards, bowls, or measuring cups you use during cooking. How often do we forget to clean those until the end of the day when everything else is already piling up? I've been guilty of leaving a knife or two on the counter thinking I'll deal with them later, but the truth is, when you leave those things lying around, it feels like they multiply. So now, as soon as I'm done using something, I wash it or put it away. It really keeps the space feeling neat and manageable. And here's the thing, keeping the kitchen clean doesn't have to be a huge task. It's all about those little moments. Wiping down the counter right after cooking, putting away utensils after each use, or just rinsing off a cup as soon as you're done. Taking care of those little things right away helps avoid that overwhelming feeling of a messy kitchen. Plus, if you do it every day, it really doesn't take up much of your time. A clean kitchen can make your whole home feel more organized and calm. It's all about staying on top of the mess before it takes over. So, next time you finish eating or cooking, just take a couple of extra minutes to clean up, and you'll be amazed at how much easier it is to keep your kitchen tidy. Next up, let's talk about toys. If you have kids, you know exactly what I mean. Toys can easily take over your house if you're not careful, and before you know it, your living room, bedroom, or playroom becomes a battlefield of stuffed animals, dolls, and action figures. But it's not just about the toys that are scattered everywhere. It's also the ones your kids no longer play with or the ones that are broken. I've noticed that decluttering toys daily is a total game changer for keeping things organized. Kids grow so quickly and their interests change all the time. One day they're obsessed with building Legos, and the next day they won't touch them. Toys that used to be favorites can end up gathering dust in corners under the couch or shoved in drawers. And let's not even talk about those toys that get broken or lose parts. If you don't deal with them right away, they just end up being more clutter. you have to deal with later. So I've made it a habit to go through toys every day and get rid of the ones that are no longer used or have seen better days. It might sound like a small thing, but it really helps keep the house from feeling overwhelmed. I usually do this after playtime, so when the kids are done playing, we take a couple of minutes to tidy up. If they haven't played with something in a while, I ask them if they want to keep it. If the answer's no, it's time to donate or toss it. And as for broken toys, I try to get rid of those immediately. If a toy is missing pieces or it's damaged beyond repair, I don't let it sit around. It's tempting to keep it around just in case, but that just adds unnecessary clutter and makes it harder to find the toys they actually enjoy. Plus, getting rid of toys helps create space for new ones that they'll actually use. If you stay on top of toy decluttering every day, it prevents the pileup and keeps your house from becoming a toy store. It's much easier to keep the space organized and your mind clear when you're not tripping over toys everywhere. Plus, it teaches kids the importance of keeping their space neat and letting go of things they no longer need. So next time you're tidying up, make sure to go through the toys too. A little effort every day goes a long way in keeping your home clutter-free. Next, let's move on to the next thing. Old magazines and catalogs are one of those things that can easily pile up and take over your space if you're not careful. We all have those magazines we've already read or catalogs we flipped through once and then they just sit around taking up space. Before you know it, they've multiplied into stacks everywhere on the coffee table, on your bedside table, or even shoved into drawers. I used to hold on to magazines thinking I'll read that again, or maybe I'll need that catalog next time I go shopping. But honestly, I never do. So now I've made it a habit to get rid of them immediately. As soon as I finish reading a magazine, I toss it. If there's something I want to keep, like a recipe or an article, I rip it out and recycle the rest. Same with catalogs. If I'm not going to use it, it goes straight into the recycling bin. By tackling old magazines and catalogs right away, I keep my space cleaner and clutter-free. It's a quick, simple task that prevents the clutter from building up. Plus, it makes tidying up feel way easier because I'm not digging through piles of old papers to find the important stuff. The rule I follow is, if you're not going to use it again, get rid of it now. It really helps to keep things organized and maintain a calm, clutter-free environment in your home. The next thing to tackle every day is expired food. This is one of those things we often forget about until it starts to smell right. You know, the stuff sitting at the back of your fridge or pantry that's been there for weeks, or maybe months without you even realizing it. It's easy to ignore, but trust me, if you don't get rid of it immediately, it can cause a big mess, not just in your kitchen, but in your entire home. I've learned the hard way that clearing out expired food regularly is crucial. Not only does it help keep your kitchen tidy, but it also prevents any unpleasant smells from taking over. The last thing you want is to open your fridge or pantry and get hit with a funky odor because you've been holding on to old condiments or snacks that have long passed their expiration date. For me, I always make it a habit to check expiration dates weekly. I'll go through the fridge, the pantry, and even the freezer to toss out anything that's expired or about to expire. It's such a small step, but it makes a huge difference in keeping your kitchen fresh and organized. If I find something I'm not sure about, I'll give it a quick sniff, but honestly, I'd rather throw it out than risk eating something that could make me sick. Especially in places like the fridge, where food can spoil fast, staying on top of this can save you from cleaning up spills and mold later. A simple tip I've picked up is to rotate your food when you buy new groceries, place the fresh stuff at the back and the older items in front. This way, you're always using the older items first and keeping your pantry and fridge organized. So if you haven't already, take a few minutes today to go through your fridge and pantry. Toss anything expired and you'll not only avoid funky smells, but also keep your kitchen more manageable. It's one of those small things that makes a big impact on keeping your space clean and stress-free. Now let's talk about linens and towels, the things that always seem to pile up, right? We all have that stack of towels or bedding that gets shoved to the side after a long day or week. Whether it's dirty towels from the bathroom used sheets or blankets that haven't been folded, these things can really clutter up your space if they're not dealt with right away. For me, I've found that dealing with linens and towels immediately after use is key to keeping everything in my bedroom and bathroom neat. After I've showered, I always toss the towel straight into the laundry or fold it neatly if it's still clean. The same goes for my bedding. As soon as I take the sheets off to wash them, I'll replace them with fresh ones. I don't let them sit in a pile for days. It takes just a minute to swap them out, and it instantly makes my bedroom feel more organized and fresh. It's easy to leave towels on the bathroom floor or let sheets sit in the laundry basket for days. But I've realized that the longer I wait, the harder it gets to keep everything looking tidy. Plus, I hate the feeling of having to scramble to find clean towels when I need them. And don't forget about extra towels and bedding that we rarely use. I like to go through my linen closet once in a while and get rid of any old towels or blankets that are no longer in good condition. You know, the ones that have gotten a little worn out or that don't even match anything anymore. Clearing these out makes space for fresh, clean linens and keeps the closet organized. A quick tip: rotate your towels and sheets regularly. Make sure you're using the oldest items first and storing the new ones on top so they get used before they sit around for too long. This helps prevent clutter from building up and keeps your linen closet under control. By staying on top of the linens and towels after each use, you're keeping your bathroom and bedroom looking neat and fresh. It's a simple daily habit that makes a huge difference in how organized your space feels, and it keeps everything from piling up into a big, overwhelming mess. Next up, used packaging. Whether it's from food, new products, or online shopping, we all know how quickly packaging can start to pile up. I'm talking about those boxes, bags, plastic wraps, and styrofoam that come with nearly everything we buy. It's so easy to leave them around just for a minute, but trust me, if you don't get rid of them right away, they'll start to take over your space before you know it. I've learned that the key to avoiding a cluttered mess is removing packaging as soon as I open something. For example, when I get a new product or order something online, I always make sure to get rid of the packaging right away. I'll break down boxes, recycle plastic, and toss any bubble wrap or foam. It only takes a few seconds to do, but it's a total game changer when it comes to keeping your space clean. If I've bought food or household items, I don't let the plastic bags or food wrappers linger around either. Once I unpack everything, I immediately toss the unnecessary packaging into the trash or recycling bin. That way it doesn't sit around on the counter or floor slowly building up. It can be tempting to hold on to packaging just in case, but really keeping it around takes up valuable space and just adds to the clutter. Plus, holding on to it only makes things harder when you're trying to tidy up later. I promise, once you make it a habit to get rid of packaging right away, your space will feel so much lighter and less chaotic. So next time you open a new product or receive an online order, take a second to remove the packaging. It only takes a minute and it'll keep your home looking neat and organized. No more piles of cardboard and plastic taking over your living space. Last but not least, let's talk about dirty shoes or boots. We've all been there. You've been outside walking through the dirt, rain, or mud, and then you come back inside only to leave a trail of dirt behind. It's easy to forget, but taking care of dirty shoes right when you walk in can make such a huge difference in keeping your floors clean and your space looking fresh. I've made it a habit to deal with my shoes immediately as soon as I come inside. Instead of tracking dirt all over the house, I'll either take my shoes off by the door, or if they're really dirty, wipe them down quickly. I keep a little mat or a towel by the door to help clean off the mud or dirt before I go any further into the house. This simple step keeps everything from getting covered in dust and grime. And if you're wearing boots, especially in the winter or after rain, I make sure to wipe them off right away. I don't let them sit in the hallway or by the door for hours, spreading dirt around. It's a habit that literally takes seconds, but helps keep my floors looking nice and clean. A quick tip I've picked up is to have a designated spot by the door where everyone can leave their dirty shoes. If you've got kids or family members, this can save you a lot of time on cleanup later. It keeps everything in one place and helps stop dirt from spreading through the house. By making sure you clean or take off dirty shoes right when you come in your floors, stay cleaner longer and you avoid that extra dirt and grime piling up around the house. Plus, it just takes a few seconds and can make a big difference in how your home feels overall. So, there you have it, 10 small things to declutter every day that really do make a big difference. When we deal with things like small trash, old magazines, dirty dishes, or paperwork right away, we're not just tidying our homes, we're making space for calm. And that's the real goal, not perfection, just less stress. Try picking one or two of these to focus on today. Maybe it's clearing the kitchen counters after dinner or tossing that pile of catalogs you've been ignoring. Whatever it is, give yourself credit for doing it, because every little step helps your home feel lighter, and that helps you feel lighter too. If this video helped, or if any of these habits already work for you, leave a comment below. I'd love to know which one you'll try first. And if you're ready to go even deeper tomorrow, I'm sharing something more intense. The mindset shift behind doing a full home reset. I'll walk you through how I decided to let go of a lot of my stuff, not to start over, but to finally feel at peace in my space. So make sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it with someone who could use a little calm today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.